All right, so today is chest day. I decided that it should be. It's better that I do legs tomorrow. That way I can really push to failure and have a person spot me when I'm doing those squats and hell, even hack squats. But today we're going to be doing the same thing. Starting off with some machine press, then Smith with incline, that sort of stuff. Yeah, and today we're going to be going back to our normal training. We're going to try to push it to 90% or so, around 90%, which is what I usually do, so we'll be going to failure. I don't know. I mean, I really want to push. Like, here's the thing. Right now, I have a congestion in my nose because I was sick a few days ago, and I still have some shit in my throat. I hope, I just want to be real. Like, I hope that doesn't interfere with my workout. Hopefully I can push, hit balls to the wall today. I really want that to happen, but we'll see. I really want to push to failure today. I want to go all out. But yeah, anyways, so today is day 3 of the deload as well, pushing 90 to 95%. Because it's chest day, we're going to be doing, 3 sets, progressive overloading. Yeah, nothing different from the last chest day. However, we can probably use as a comparison between this chest day and the last chest day, because in the last one, that was the day that I just got sick. So we'll see how my strength is in comparison. Hopefully it's gone up, because 1, we're deloading, and 2, I should have recovered better in terms of not being sick. I really right now have I guess you can say, a bit of sinus. It's like stuck a bit on my throat, which is why my voice sounds a bit like that. But who gives a fuck, right? Who gives a shit? If we're gonna work out, we're gonna work out. So I'll see you guys there. I would say I'm not exactly there, but I maybe almost. I just need 10% to get to there. Yeah. One part's because of my throat, so it doesn't let me breathe that good. But I do feel a lot more stronger than yesterday. Let's we're progressive overloading this, so let's hop this in with a max that I did here was 45 and 10, so it's 55. Let's put a 35. That way we can incrementally get to that. Yeah. Guess we're doing same angles as that last time then. Yeah, I have to, because we deloaded for the past 2 days. And it's also because I was sick a few days ago. So it's like a mixture between these things where one, it's my first time deloading. So I have to adjust my brain back to what I was doing 4 days ago, which is just balls to the wall. But I was able to do here about 5. If I add another 10, I'll likely do 2. If I add a 5, I'll likely do 3 or 4. Yeah, I'll likely do 3 or 4. Now, no, because today's 90, 95. Tomorrow I'm doing legs, which there we can get to that point. But next chest, we can push it through. It's also because I'm recovering too, so it does not make sense to do three reps. Told you. Yeah, and the thing too is that if I push to failure right now, what I'm a bit afraid of is, I mean, we're doing a Smith machine, but like the thing is that because I was sick, if I go to failure, I feel like I'll hesitate. I'll be like, what's that called? I guess trembling. And so, nah. Either way, I don't even think I'd do it well with good form. Hold up. Yeah. This way, one fold, right? Okay, hold up.
it's a very strange balance right now because I deloaded these past few days, so I feel like I have more strength. But because I got sick a few days ago, I can't push with so much intensity. It's like a weird mix right now. I feel stronger than what I was several days ago, but I can't push to failure as much as I would have right now. I'll keep the same weight because I feel like if I increase it more, my form will be the best. Yeah, not bad. My throat's feeling better than yesterday. All right, so I'll start off. I doubt I'm gonna do 45 as max because I think I'll do bad form doing it today. So let's start off with I'd say 25. I don't know if this is a weird angle, but it's the angle that was chosen. If you guys watch the Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't know why, but today I kind of look like the what's his name, Rocket, the raccoon. My hair's like a bit crazy today. I look like the fucking Rocket.
Damn, fuck this sicknesses, man. It's annoying because I want to train hard, but my because I got the flu a few days ago, it's like, nah. My body's like simultaneously recovering those like last areas, so it's not allowing me to go so much to failure. But it's also mentally a bit. I think too is that at least the good side is it's in a way in a meter to not hurt myself, because if I am pushing a failure but my body's still recovering from a bit of the illness, then I don't like. It's better for me to not go to complete failure right now than rather fucking my shoulder up or something. That'd be so stupid if that actually happens. Yeah. So that's the bright side. Alright, this is better than last time. Last time it was harder for me to connect. So I think I think it's just me. This has always costed me to connect a bit, but I've heard a lot of the benefits doing this. It gives you, well, a lot of the classic era did this, like the golden era. It helps with doing the vacuuming. But if you control the weight coming downward, more on your chest, it kind of sounds obvious when someone says it, but not when you're doing it the first couple of times. I wasn't doing that. And when it's coming down, you're controlling it from your chest and pushing it up with your chest. Then you feel it more in your chest. That sounds obvious, but it's harder when you're doing it.
Okay, so we did pullovers. I'm gonna do chin ups, then pull ups, and we'll do calves because I do calves every day. Yeah, and because this is now 90 to 95%, I can do the usual calf thing. All right. So yeah, I'll do that, and we'll do some posing. I don't know, I might change the angle because I feel like I'm getting a bit bored of doing the same angle right here. Put this here. Yeah, there's no light here. Where is there? I don't know. My phone's like running out of storage. All right. Do this quick before pop runs out or something. Today wasn't alright, so today wasn't such a bad day. I did feel a bit stronger, I will say. But the problem is that I couldn't go I couldn't really go much to failure because of my past flu. So, but I did get a really good pump today, either way. When I was doing the pullovers, I was pushing it there. Same with cable crossovers. Like, I was able to push more the isolation movements, since it's not that, like, with isolation, having good form is a bit easier compared to compound lifts. Because with compound lifts, since several muscles are being activated a lot of the times because it's a compound exercise, it's easier to deviate from the form that you're supposed to do. And so, especially that I'm trying to push to failure, and you know how I feel, it's a bit of a challenge. But you know, today I didn't, I don't know, I'm a bit, and I'll say him to the camera, like, I'm a bit disappointed in myself today because, like, yes, I've been sick, but that's not an excuse. I need to really push myself, you know? I need to really push myself. I always do, and it's like, it's a mentality thing, you know? Here's the thing, like, if you're not recording yourself, like how I am right now, well, I don't know if everyone else thinks like this. I thought like this before I started recording, and not long ago. That was like, what, 3 weeks ago. I just started filming recently, and before I was just thinking this, just that's all, like this, and getting in so much in the zone and stuff like that. I need a bit, some of that back, and it's just a matter of getting used to it. So, like, whatever. At least I learned from being sick and also deloading. It's funny how I decided to do that right when I got sick, right when I started filming. Hey, but all this is raw, so, but I want to, because that's how I am. Like, I grew up my muscles today because of that mentality. I don't give a shit how I feel. It's a balls to the wall. That's how you grow muscles. You can't grow anywhere else. There's
no secret. That's just the way how it is. You gotta really, really push yourself, you know? And today, I feel like I wasn't pushed myself to the limit. No. And that was partially excuses to my mind, like, oh, but I was, sick a few days ago, and I don't want to like injure myself in the compounds, even though I'm pushing, right? Like I was pushing from the Smith, but I could have done a bit more, So it's stuff in my head, and the thing about me is I really hate that. I really like, if I get that, I really do not like that. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this bullshit? This is not who I am. And it's not. That's not who I am. When I go to the gym, I only do one thing. I work out, right? I'm talking to explain a lot of stuff that I'm doing, but majority of the times, like, if I'm not filming, I don't talk, and I'm into myself. The reasons why I choose to kind of do this too is because I see this more as like tracking myself. I want to look back in 3 years what I was doing before, or maybe look back in the next 6 months to see, because it's a good way to track, to know where you start from, let's say B to B to S, or F to X, that sort of stuff. And I think it's productive, but I need to just get used to it. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna figure out something to hype myself every time I'm gonna go to the gym. That way, because the thing is, when you go to the gym and you're doing these different things and you're multitasking before, you want to keep yourself hyped up. That's super important. So I'm gonna do it myself to keep myself hyped up before I go to the gym. Get in there, get in the zone completely. No fucking bullshitting around. None of that shit. Just straight up go to failure. Go all out. Do what you gotta do, and that's it. But yeah, tomorrow's legs day, and we'll see how I feel. Now, I was a bit surprised because, as I was saying, like right now, I'm like explaining how I wasn't like complete balls to the wall, but I got a really good pump. And that goes to show maybe the deloading did that. Because 2 days ago, yesterday, my arms were, because I haven't ate that much. But that's the thing about my body, guys, and you don't know this, I have an extremely high metabolism. My body gets used to things very easily. That's why I've always been skinny in my life. Before I did bodybuilding, I was a super skinny person. I'm a type of person that if I eat at my maintenance level, I have a 6-pack, right? And I have a few muscles, but I don't have mass. Right now what I'm doing, that's why I'm bulking. I need to bulk hard because I need a mass hard, right? So if you're a skinny person, that's what you have to do. You don't have to cut. You've been cutting kind of your whole life. No, I'm not talking about like, okay, what I mean by cutting there in that sense is more of appearance level. Obviously, you're not cutting by maintaining below your maintenance level of eating, like a diet. I've never dieted, actually. Like, here's a fun fact. Before I started lifting, I've never dieted. And I've always had a 6-pack. That's because of genetics. Of course. But I need to build mass, which is why it's super important to bulk, because okay, well, that's a bit black and white, because you can be a very skinny person, but that doesn't indicate completely that you have a high metabolism. Because I have a friend that's not like that. Now he does have a condition, so I don't know, but if you're skinny, you have to build mass. Look, when I was bulking, I was literally a month ago at, I was at 35 to 3,600 calories. And you know what happened eating that? I was bulking. I was doing a surplus. You know what happened? In a month, I lost 4 pounds. And I had just a 6-pack. I gained muscle a bit through the mirror a bit, but I was plateauing in a bit in strength. My body adapted. So what did I have to do? I have to get it to 3,800 calories. Okay? And from that, I'm not like fucking rotund on my stomach, but I do feel beefier. That's the key indication, at least for me. The way how I know that I'm bulking is when I feel beefier. Beefier. When I wake up after I have a pump, when I go to sleep, you feel beefier in your body. I mean, in your body. It doesn't. I don't mean like if you're bulking, it doesn't mean that you have to get fat as hell, right? It depends too. Now, this isn't my case because I eat very differently compared to what a lot of people eat. Because I'm plant-based, I'm vegan. I don't eat meat or dairy. I eat. In fact, I don't even eat much salads. So I'll tell you guys, I'm gonna do a video about this week about more in detail how I eat, how I have my nutrition, but the basic summary here is my lunch basically comprises of 4 simple things: rice, black beans, tofu, and avocado. That's it. And I eat the same thing for dinner. Yep, that's it. Now, I eat 6 times a day. I count my protein shakes as a meal because they contain about 700 to 800 calories of what I put in them. And I eat 1 time in the day like 2 Sakil breads with peanut butter and banana slices with chia seeds or flax seeds, and then a splash of it with honey. Well, that's it. But the way how I get beefier is maintaining my macros high, which is a point about bulking. You maintain your protein levels high. I don't do a gram to pound. I actually eat about 25 to 30 grams surplus to what my body weight is. So right now I consume somewhere around 170 grams of protein. And then when it comes to carbs, I take in about 420. And then for fats, it's like 100. And you see me posing, I'm not a fat person. Now, that's because I don't want to go too much in detail because I want to save a video for that. But to keep it simple, that's because there's no saturated fats. I don't eat processed foods. I don't. And even if you eat meat, you shouldn't eat processed foods. You should eat things as organic and natural as possible. I mean, that's kind of common sense. You don't want to be eating McDonald's all the time or something like that. That's called a dirty bulk. Sure, you get big, you get very big, right? So, bodybuilders in the 90s, some of them were doing it. Lee Priest did that. But there's a lot of health problems later in the future if you do that. When you're eating fucking Kentucky Fried and all this stuff in mass, you know what that does to your health and heart? So, yeah, but whatever. That's just my eating. The key, the story here is that the moral of the story is you want to get beefier, right? If you're a skinny person, you want to get beefier. You gain mass that way. When you complement that extra with the workouts, it's not a 60-40, one to the other side. It has to be a strict 50-50. If you work very hard in the gym, you have to be very hard in the way how you eat. If you're bulking, you have to hit those calories. You have to. You're gonna grow that way, especially if you're a skinnier person. But if you go below what your targets are, and you start to question why you aren't gaining as much mass or as much weight, well, it's because you're not eating to your target. That you have to eat it. My philosophy is you either meet it or you pass it, but you should never undershoot it. I rather overshoot than undershoot, right? Just in case, because you're trying to utilize that calories to the workout. So eat hard and you have to train hard. You have these two things, and you sleep, which is very important. You have to sleep. That's actually more important than any of those. You have to sleep, eat, and train. You gain muscles for sure. And I don't care what workout you're doing, right? You don't have to do any special workouts that people are doing. You don't have to do special workouts that I'm doing. If you're doing a workout where you feel the connection very well for your muscles, then there should be zero reason for you to change. Zero, right? If your friend told you that, oh, you should train with lower sets to gain mass, but you're gaining mass and muscle, you shouldn't do it. There's no reason to. What you're doing works, all right? So yeah, for me, for what I do, it works. I have to have a combination between high intensity, high weights, but then sometimes I have to do, and this is for the bulk as well, like sometimes I have to do high intensity, but just a bit more volume. And that could be with my arms, especially, or that could be with my back sometimes. For my back, I have to do not as much as arms, but my back I have to combine a bit the lower with volume. So yeah. Alright, so that's today. That's enough rambling. I'll see you guys on leg day, and we're gonna go hard. I'm gonna do it with my older sister. I'm gonna go to complete failure. So look forward to that. Alright? I'll see you guys.